Hello, everyone. Sid Miramontes here. A question I'm asked often is, how often should we be speaking to our financial advisor? So my view for my advisors here at Miramontes Capital is that they serve as, in our view, as CFOs to your CEO. So we look at the client as the client's a CEO of his or her particular business, which is their finances. And we look at it as we're the CFO, and our job is to report back to you and then make decisions together with you making the final decision on what we should do and what you okay as far as your financial project is concerned. And we also look at your finances or your financials as a financial project. So we look at it as, this plan has to work for the next 15, 20, 30, 40 years of your life. So just like you look at things at your place of business, you look at projects at work, which you're on probably on a regular basis, and you monitor them daily, weekly, monthly. Well, we look at them at the same way. Doesn't mean that, though, when you're managing those financial products, doesn't mean that you're changing them every time you're monitoring. But our view is we want to make sure we monitor those financial products. So in our views should be that we communicate with our clients every 30, 35, 40, or 45 days, depending on if they're aggressive, moderately conservative, or conservative. Because there really are, folks, three levels of service when you're looking at advisors. So there's what's called the effective level, which is the bottom tier, which just means that you call up the advisor, you tell them what you want, and they execute on what you want. There also then is the efficient advisor, which is basically, I was at the big brokerage firms for 20 years, at two of the leading brokerage firms as senior vice president, managing director, and they do some financial planning, but they put everybody in very similar portfolios. They normally use 2 to 3 of the same portfolio for everyone, whether you're conservative, moderate, or aggressive, because that's how they mass produce the same product, and that's how they can make profits, because they have to do the same thing for everyone. Or you can have what's called the engaged level of service, which is what we do, which is every 30 to 45 days. I think that if we're going to really manage your financial project to the top level and the level that clients want, in my view, but you have to decide what level of care do you want. Do you want just where you give the direction or some advice, or do you want high level advice? You really have to decide whether and which way you want to go. But my view is how often you should speak to your advisor is looking at it like it's a financial project every 30 to 45 days, not once a year so you find out how your building burned down, or once every 6 months so you know that that financial project you have now has squatters in half of the building. I mean, we want to make sure that you're monitoring that project regularly. Doesn't mean that you're making changes every time, but that means that you're monitoring it, because lots of things go on. Not only do your investments have to be monitored, but so lifestyle we have to help with. You may be making a purchase. Daughter may need something. There may be a motorhome purchase or a sale of a property or other issues with the state. So about a third of the time, portfolio reviews via phone, Skype, or in person are about something completely different from your portfolio. So it's helping you manage your financial project. So I would tell you, consider your portfolio like a financial project, like you do look at financial projects at your place of business, instead of looking at it like your money that you just sock away. If we're going to have the most effective use of them, we're going to have to monitor them more closely. Doesn't mean we're changing them every time, but we are monitoring to make sure everything's moving forward and that we're comfortable. We know what we own and we know where we're headed, so that thing is taken care of for you. So if you have any questions, folks, we look forward to hearing from you. Thanks so much. Bye for now.